welcome to Mind class. Today we're going to do floor work, okay? So you're gonna want a mat. I actually put out a double mat. I have my regular yoga mat and then I put out my soft squishy mat because we are gonna be on our knees. So if there's something that, doesn't feel good on your knees, you're gonna have to do it from standing or get something really soft underneath you, even like a rolled up beach towel, folded up beach towel, or bath towel would work too if you need something a little bit extra. Okay, so we're gonna stay on the floor. Our middle section has a lot of core. And today's word is I am successful. All right. I accomplished everything I set my mind to. I set my mind to some rhymes right there at the start, and look at what happened. All right, just kidding. Wasn't planned, I promise. It worked out that way. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start on the floor, on our knees. I have some music playing, but if you want to play your own, please do. And we'll go. Okay, let's start. Welcome. Start your watches, water, maybe a sweat towel, and we'll get going. I forgot to put in my contacts, so I hope I see my notes just fine without them. I feel like searching for them right now. I don't know where I put them. So on our knees, you can see my board. It's right there, that brown thing in the corner. Okay, hands up, behind the ears like a prisoner. We're gonna hinge forward at the hips, sink your butt down, and then come back up. I'm going to move that out of the way because it's fold down, up, so you kind of bow down from the kneeling position. Going. Oh, keep going. Keep going, don't stop. Hopefully it will work. Can't see the timer very well, but I can see my board at least. All right, that should feel really good at the start today, yes? All right, go ahead and take your hands to your center, and we're going to turn, center, open, center. Other direction, center, got it, open, center. Now, I'm in a kneeling position, and I said, if you want to take this to a standing position, you certainly can, yes? Okay, so do you see how it is possible right now? If you prefer to be standing, stand. Okay? Out of your knees. What I like about this is we're getting a little bit of core right from the get-go. Because in a half kneeling or in a full kneeling, a tall kneeling position, I can say this, a tall kneeling position, you have less stability when you're standing on your feet, right? Agree or disagree? Maybe you have more, I don't know, I don't. So this helps me think about engaging my core as I twist, turn, from center open, come back to center nice and tall, tilting my tailbone under just a little bit and my hips towards my chin. Do you guys feel that? Okay. Something else, if your feet are down like this, less stability. If your feet are up like this, it might offer you more. Okay, so think about that. What works for you as we're doing this? We're going to come into side bends, center. So now we're stretching out our obliques, our hips, right down the side. Okay, so we're coming side to side. You're not tilted forward. You're not tilting backwards. You're stuck in a toaster. And all you can move is this way and that way. So you either have your feet flat on the ground or you have your toes curled under. That's obviously your choice for right now. And we're just sliding down each thigh, okay? Arms holding center, reaching up overhead. Take a nice big inhale and you're going to swing down and back. Child's pose, fingers come behind you. Sweep up high. And swing back low. We're going from a worship position, a big overhead swing, reach to the ceiling, and fold it on forward. That feels so good right now. Something amazing about reaching to the sky and leaving yourself open and vulnerable to what is about to happen in your day, right? And then bowing down and being so grateful for what you have, right? Think about this in a really symbolic way. talk much about that. I'm not trained in that, so I don't talk much about it, but I can think it, right? We can think it. And I can share those thoughts with you. Pulling in all the great energy and back to all fours here, okay? So we're going to take one hand by your ear. Rotate down towards the opposite elbow, yes? And then open. And come back down. Open, and that's what we're doing, okay? So twisting through our thoracic spine. Now with this, I know sometimes we take like our arm and do, okay? But we can just do an elbow. It's really challenging for you. Go ahead and reach with your arm, but sometimes just the elbow today. Dropping your chest down, dropping your shoulder, lifting your chest, drawing your shoulder back towards the midline of your spine. We stayed on the same side, now let's switch it, okay? Open, close that window, okay? So swing the door or the window open at the hinge, close it. Again, should be feeling your core kicking in, right? So I have to warn you, there'll be a little bit of core work today. So yesterday I couldn't teach your lift class because I had a carpet cleaner here, and man, you haven't had your carpets cleaned in a long time. I suggest doing it. My carpet feels like a brand new carpet. It's amazing. He did an awesome job. I'm so happy we did it. I wish we had done it sooner. If you're local, I can refer you. Good. All right. Coming to all fours, cat cow. You know what? Let's do it, okay? Tailbone under, tuck your chin, and then release your tailbone, release your chin. The ground away from you, adjust yourself as needed. You should be feeling some hip, shoulder, and spine mobility here. In our first art class, mobility piece. Range of motion in our joints, okay? Go ahead and take a low lunge. Twist it open, hold as long as you like, and we're going to switch to the other side. So we're going to alternate from side to side at your own pace. Put this out of the way for now. Need to take a half kneel. Twist open, that's fine too. Get deep into your stretches. Be afraid to just hold it. Most of the time we're moving through this so quickly, but what happens if you just hold it and reach, stretch and lengthen your heel to the back wall, your fingers to the top wall. It's a nice distance between your feet. Really lunge. Switch sides real quick if you're switching to even yourself out. Hand on the thigh. Your other foot in. You can stay in this nice deep squat. We're going to rock. And if this is too low for you, come up higher, okay? It's a little hip rock from side to side. There will be another option for you if coming down deep is just way too much, okay? Similar hip opener is a little bit deeper. A little ankle mobility as well, okay? Once upon a time when we were kids, we would come down to the ground like this a lot. If you're ever a softball or baseball catcher, you were down here all the time. Somebody stay in this position. just did, but we're gonna do it on our butts. That little rock back and forth. Now we're gonna swivel. Swivel. So open up your legs just enough to allow your knee to drop down. That's a little bit of work. Yep, ready for core, aka stability. That'd be good. Do some modifications when I can. Maybe we're doing everything for a minute today. We'll get to the third section, then if it's left and right sided, we might move 30-30, but otherwise we're 60 seconds of everything. First thing we're going to do, straddle sit. We're going to come from overhead, or opposite toe reach forward, overhead, forward, okay? Then we've got some holds after that. So enjoy your straddle stretch. Up tall, forward, tall, come forward. The distance between your feet, the V shape that you make, the distance is completely up to you, okay? So if you need to go closer together or wider, choose. Feel my hamstrings today. All overhead reach, engage your abdominals. Forward. Maybe you're finding, oh my gosh, my legs are a little bit tighter than I thought and I can't reach as far. Maybe this is just something you'll do. Like it is an add-on at the end of classes or before you go to bed, right? In the morning when you wake up, something like that. Bring flexibility a little bit. Okay, so coming into the L shape of our body, we're actually just going to hold here for a minute. And I know you're like, what? Wait. Tall posture, shoulders pulled down and back, okay? And like I'm there holding your hands up to the ceiling. Elbows by your ears, right? Shoulders down and back, out of your ears. So we're not tugging up, they're down, they're back. Shoulder blades are depressed and retracted down the back of your spine. Belly button drawn in, grow an inch, because I'm sure you already started slouching. Got 15 more seconds. Are you starting to feel it a little bit? Stabilizing yourselves on your sit bones right now. And in 5 seconds, we're going to curve and roll it on back. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, curl through your spine like you're making the letter C. Then we're going to curve. Let's go forward. Curve out your spine. Roll, roll, tuck, tuck. Right, let's do that. Oh, yeah. Full spinal roll here. Woo! Forward. One vertebrae at a time. Peel yourself back, back, back. Continue to breath. And one more time, if you're all the way stretched out, pull yourself forward. Hold here. On your sit bones in a V sit. Make your body the shape of a V. Shoulders down and back, chest lifted. In your V. We're going to hold it here. Chest up, shoulders roll back, yeah? Would like to. You may go between a boat pose and a V sit. Okay, it's up to you. You want to extend out, or do you want to hold, or just to stay here, okay? I'm going to stay right here. For now. couple of them, right? About 10 more seconds. Lots of options here. Sit up. Hands come, fingertips towards the butt or out to the side of the room. Dig your heels into the ground. We're going into a reverse plank, so you're going to lift your hips up, elbow tucked up underneath you. If you need to start in reverse tabletop position, start in a reverse tabletop position. Adjust your hands, not bothering your shoulders. And then when you're ready, you're going to walk your feet out a little bit while keeping your butt tucked. Reverse plank. Lift your hips, don't let your booty sag. Sag your booties here. Raise them, lift them. Chest. Tie your shoulders. Palms of your hands into the ground. Lifted hips. There's strings pulling your hips to the ceiling right now. We're going to roll over to one side. Right now, take a little roll over. We're holding side plank. So this can be on your elbow, on your knee, on your hand, on your toe. Okay, we're 1 minute right here. Stack your feet, or you can have your top foot be front foot. I just showed all versions of it other than coming up to my hand, okay? Lifted. You need to come out of it and readjust, please do. If you need to bend down, that's fine. Just make sure you open and your chest stays as much as you can. Meaning your shoulders stacked over your shoulder, hips stacked over your hips. You're not turning yourself forward. You're opened up, okay? 15 more seconds. Elbow plank. Center and elbow plank, okay? 3, 2, turn yourselves forward. Take a break on all fours if you need to. I need to. All right, elbows on the floor. In plank position. Tuck your hips towards your chin. We're going to do a tap. Right and left. If you need to, you're going to come to your knees. You can still perform the tap from your knee. Okay? Try not to put your butt in the air like this. When we do that, we are really doing a disservice. One, we're creating a bad habit. Two, you're not activating your abdominals in the correct plank position, okay? Put your hips towards your chin. My breathing is coming up. I'm starting to breathe heavy. That'll do that. Working hard right now. 10 more seconds. We'll head into a side plank on the other side. And because our bodies are not symmetrical, let's say you were on your hand on the other side and now you need to come to your elbow on this side, then please do. Or let's say we're on your knee on the other side, now you want to come up to the blade of your foot, please do. Okay, just because you did one thing on the one side doesn't mean you can't do something different on the other, okay? So for example, my back shoulder, I could have done a high plank with this hand, but with this hand I have to be on my elbow, okay? Otherwise it's really uncomfortable and painful. So, if you have any imbalances in your body, adjust. Breathe through it, lift your hips. You need to take a break, but come back. Don't leave us. Hang in here, literally. Okay, you have less than 20 seconds left. Lift your hip to the ceiling. Breathe. Count your blessings. We're able and capable to do this, so stay with it, even if you're shaking. And then we're going to come to all fours. Here we go. Options here. Knees on the floor, shoulder tap. Shoulder tap. Next option, curl your toes under in a bear, shoulder tap, okay? You're holding yourself up on your 3 points, tapping a shoulder. Okay, knees are hovering just a couple inches off of the ground. Again, if you need to take a break, take a break. Flat back, your favorite beverage is there on your back. You don't want to tilt or rock, okay? Told you we were going to fire up our core here. This is it. This is what we're doing. This week, we had a lot of legs and hip class. Yesterday, maybe you chose to do some upper body work. Today is core. Friday, we'll kickbox. Full body. Saturday, full body. Everything focuses on the core though, so it's good that we practice it right here. On all fours, bird dog. Whew. Breathe, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Extend opposite arm, opposite leg, squeeze your butt. Lengthen, like you're reaching your toe to one wall and your fingertips to the other, and then switch. So hold it for a decent amount of time. You need something soft underneath your knees. And you moved it out of the way like I did. Grab it back, maybe. There we go. Alternating sides. Maybe counting 5 to 10 seconds on each side. Or maybe until you feel really solid and steady. And then switch, okay? That is what we're trying to do, is gain stabilization and really steady ourselves here. Squeeze your booty. Okay, draw in your abdominals. Contract through your midsection. And that was stability. Let's go on to flexibility. We're going to stay like this on the floor. I'm going to breathe. My heart rate did go up there in a very good way. Maybe yours did too. But breathe, settle. I'm going to take one leg out to the side. Take the same arm that the leg is out. Spread it through, drop your shoulder, drop your head. Extend your top arm, okay? Hold it here as you reach and lengthen. Maybe you want to sit back a little bit towards your heel. Maybe you want to just melt yourself into the floor. Okay, now you're going to come up and you're going to take a reach. Your legs this way, we're going to reach this way, okay? We do an angled child's pose. Now we're doing the same thing, just the one leg is out, okay? One arm reaches all the way out. That feels amazing. Let's switch to the other side. Other leg comes out, other arm spreads through, lay yourself on down. Oh, I just did a shoulder workout today, so this is like perfect for me. And I have a leg workout I did on Monday that my legs are still a little bit tight from, so this is fantastic. I'm feeling amazing right now. Feel it a little in my chest too. That's awesome. I did chest yesterday. All right, so then walk yourself, angled pose. Breathe. Did a lot of driving around yesterday too, so this is nice to stretch out in the car. Back to driving the kids around everywhere. They won't complain that life is picking up. It's a good thing, right? We want life to pick back up and a lot of normalcy in our life. All right, come to all fours, take one leg forward. We're going to hip rock forward and back, kneeling position. So again, if you move that mat that was cushy out of the way, or if you feel like you need something, go grab it. Hold yourself forward. Take your arm, cross it across your thigh. You're going to twist open. We're rocked forward, or rotated, we're twisted, okay? You fall out of position or you find you're losing your balance, back to rocking, forward and back, okay? And then reposition yourself. If it's easier for you to take a big extension twist this way, then go for it. If you find that you can get a little bit deeper in your stretch because you use your thigh, please do. All right, stay with the same leg. You're gonna come into a runner's lunge. Hold. Your knee can be down or up. If it's up, your knee is not on the floor, you're reaching your back heel towards the back wall. You can take both hands to the floor. Put one inside, one outside, or you can take a hand to a thigh. If you need to come up even higher, come all the way up high, both hands in your thigh. I'm pulling my back heel towards the back wall. I'm lengthening between my hips, leaning forward. My knee is over my ankle, but I'm thinking about coming forward, so I'm making some length between my hips. And I can really feel my hip flexor stretching here. About 10 more seconds, we're gonna come down into pigeon, okay? This front leg is gonna come underneath us, in front and underneath us, I should say. Drop down to your knee if you haven't yet. Pull that leg out in front of you. Straighten out your back leg, okay? Coming into pigeon, and we actually are gonna do where you kind of sit down, fold forward. You can take it from side to side. If it's more comfortable for you to bend your back leg and do a 90-90, a 90-90. Otherwise, if you have that leg straight, that's fine too. We'll come in and we're moving our pigeon, okay? We're going from side to side. Again, if it's difficult, put your back knee bend it, okay? You're gonna repeat everything we just did on the other side now, okay? So we're gonna go back to that half kneel, rock, back and forth, and twist, okay, and rotate. Get ready, switch legs. Shake that other leg out a little bit if you need to. So you switch now, half kneeling, rocking forward and back, forward and back. Whew. These are intense stretches. Okay. Doing okay? When you're ready, settle forward. Twist. And it did help me personally to go from this twist, reset, twist again. I would say that that definitely would help. So if you need to, please reset yourself. Do your twist. There's still some stability going on here. We're going into our runner's lunge next. So hands to the floor. If you want to keep your knee down, that's fine. Otherwise, back foot comes up, your heel is pushing and pulling towards the back wall. Hands can be on the instep, the thigh, on each side. Making some nice length. Full runner's lunge. Adjust yourself as needed. Your back heel to the back wall. You guys, this sometimes isn't very comfortable. You know that. Power through it. Get yourself in a position you can hold. That might be uncomfortable, but doable, and you actually are going to get something out of it, okay? Front leg's going to come down into your pigeon. Right now, everything's shaking, so it's a little uncomfortable, but I know that it's a good stretch. It's a good shake. So, pigeon. We're walking from side to side. Angled. It's more comfortable and you get a better stretch behind your back leg. 90-90 stretch instead of pigeon. Drink a lot of water today. Or drink a big glass of water when I'm done. Could call it Water Wednesday, couldn't we? A little extra reminder to water. 2 more stretches. Going into a butterfly roll. You do a butterfly hold if you prefer. All right, so feet together and butterfly. You can lean it on forward and take a nice deep stretch. You can either hold it here or you can do a little rock and roll butterfly. Oh, I almost made it. Here's where momentum comes into play, okay? I always tell you, like, don't use momentum. Well, here you want to use a little bit of it, right? It's like child's play, you guys. Hold and stretch if you prefer. Chin up, chest out. And go ahead and roll it on down. Pull your knees into your chest, hug them together. Let's go ahead and take one knee in. We're gonna roll, spinal twist. Go ahead and make a T now with your hands and take one knee to the side. Come center and switch. You can do this with two bent knees if you want to just roll side to side, or you can take this nice big stretch with one leg extended, or you can just take from side to side. Little spinal roll, little spinal twist. This is it. This is your last thing you're going to do today. Hope you feel amazing and better than when you started. I know. So thank you for joining me and holding me accountable to doing this as well. We're in this together, okay? Succeed was that our word today, I'm pretty sure. I'll go look at it in a second, but I think that's where we're at. So I think we succeeded, pretty sure. Have your knees in your chest, rock yourself up to sit. Successful. Successful is the word. We were successful in our endeavor today to stretch. Go ahead and inhale. Have an awesome day. Thank you again for joining, and I will see you back here on Friday. Tomorrow is your replay day, your rest day, your whatever you want to do day. Bye, everybody.